Good morning, everyone. It's me, Arjun Pokhrel. I would like to welcome all my dear students of class 10 in my online class. Today, I am here with the fifth part of the fourth chapter of class 10. Before starting this chapter, I want to remind the name of the chapters what I have taught in the previous class. First is the gravitational force. Second is gravity. Second was gravity. Third was acceleration due to gravity. Fourth, coin and feather experiment. Okay, and some of the numerical problems related to gravitational force, gravity, and acceleration due to gravity. Without further delay, today I am going to discuss some of the reasonable questions with their answer. First question: Newton's law of gravitation is called universal law. Why? Newton's law of gravitation is called universal law. Why? Answer: Newton's law of gravitation is called universal law because this law is valid for all objects of the universe. This law is valid for all objects of the universe, whether they are microscopic, very small, okay, like atom, element, compound, or large as planets, star, satellite, sun, moon. Okay, this law is applied for all objects of the universe. So this law is also known as universal law. Next question: there is mutual force of attraction. There is mutual force of attraction between two students sitting on a bench, but they do not move towards each other. Why? There is mutual force of attraction between you and your friend. For example, mutual force of attraction between you and your friend, okay, sitting on the same bench inside the class, but you and your friend, okay, do not move towards each other. Why? Okay, its answer is, this is because the gravitational force between two small masses, okay, is very weak. Suppose your mass is 50 kg and your friend mass is 60 kg, okay, very small mass. The gravitational force between two small masses is very weak in nature, okay, and this force is not experienced. You cannot feel, okay. There is gravitational force between you and your friend, but you cannot feel, you cannot experience the gravitational force because the gravitational force between two small masses is very weak. Third question: the mass of the Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter is one of the planet, largest planet. The mass of the Jupiter is about 319 times heavier than that of Earth, but its acceleration due to gravity is about 2.63 times greater than that of Earth. Once again, the mass of the Earth is 319 times heavier than that of the Earth. Suppose the mass of the Earth is 1 kg, suppose, then mass of the Jupiter is what? 319 kg. Suppose, only suppose, okay? Mass of the Earth is, Jupiter is 319 times more, okay, than the mass of the Earth. But acceleration due to gravity, there is only little bit difference, only 2.63 times greater than that of the Earth. What is the reason behind it? Okay, answer: we have the relation small g is equal to capital G capital M by r square. That is acceleration due to gravity. Small g is inversely proportional to the square of the radius of the earth. Okay, we have the relation g is equal to what? G capital M by r square. It means acceleration due to gravity does not depend only on mass. It also depends on what? Radius of that body, of that object, of that planet. Acceleration due to gravity does not depend only on mass. It also depends on radius. Okay, even though the mass of Jupiter is so much heavier than the mass of Earth, square of radius reduces its acceleration. It means radius of the Jupiter also more than the radius of the Earth. That's why square of radius reduces its acceleration due to gravity. Thus, acceleration due to gravity of Jupiter is only 2.63 times greater than the acceleration due to gravity of Earth. Another question. The object falls faster in the polar region of the Earth. Okay, the object falls faster in the pole than at the equator. Why? Its answer. The value of acceleration due to gravity g is greater in the polar region. Okay, the value of acceleration due to gravity g is greater in the polar region of the Earth as compared to equator, and the velocity of falling object at the pole increases faster than the equator. So the object falls faster in the pole than at the equator. We know that the Earth is not perfectly spherical in the polar region. We know the Earth is not perfectly spherical. Okay, the polar radius of the Earth is slightly comparatively less than the equatorial radius of the Earth, as there is less radius in the polar region. Okay, there is what? More acceleration due to gravity. Okay, as there is more acceleration due to gravity in the polar region, the velocity of falling object at the pole increases faster than the equator. So the object falls faster. As a result, a sheet of paper falls slower than the folded. Okay. Thank you for watching. Next class, Force Part 6. Don't miss my any class. Thank you.